Hello, good evening and good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Um, it is a very big challenge that we are passing through, everyone, because we are failing to go live because of the power problem. Let me just move quickly so that we continue talking about the new subject, or the new topic, which is the types of water pipes. Types of water pipes. Last week or the previous days, we were discussing on the types of tools and each tool, the use or maybe the purpose of that particular tool. We discovered that it is very, very important to choose the right tool that we should use as a plumber. And when choosing a right tool, we need also first to identify a type of job that you need to do, or the type of job to be carried out. So this is the reason why now we continue talking about types of water pipes. Um, in plumbing, I've got a lot of materials that we should use, but pipes, a pipe is something which is very, very important and very vital. A pipe is a tube that's used to convey the liquid from point A to point B, and this can only be done if there is a source, or maybe the source has got a force or maybe pressure, or maybe there's a gradient from the source. This is the reason why a tube can be used to convey liquid. In this case, we are talking about a pipe, which is a tubular material. When look at this last time, from the time we started talking about this, I remember I talked about one material which is a lead, where our name as plumber come from, plumb, or the lead. So if you go back to our history, we discover that a word plumb is coming from the material which is in lead, which is a lead, by then, many years ago, in centuries, they were using these materials because it was soft and very easy to mold. But because of challenges, it started now bringing about diseases, which made engineers to research more and avoid to stop using these materials. So in this case, we are going to look at types of pipe materials. Number one material is metal pipes. Mind you, metal pipes are in different metals are different types. First, we have to start with a steel. Okay, as you can see in my picture there, this is a steel, and this steel looks like it's a silver pipe, but it is very treated to avoid corrosion, to avoid rust, or to avoid the chemical attack. And these pipes can be used to supply water, to supply even gases and other materials. So it is very, very important as a plumber to know what type of materials should be used in that particular job. Okay, we are saying a robust and reliable option for water pipes. It is very, very important. In the city, water supply pipes of risers, heating, radiators, and heated toilets, rails are installed using steel pipes. So you have seen that for us using the steel pipe, there are so many reasons why we are using this steel pipe. Number one is for water supply. Number two is for heating system. Number three is for heated toil rails, and also other works that should be used. Okay, then we are saying steel pipes are prone to corrosion, but this does not apply to stainless steel pipes or galvanized steel pipe. So you can see that a steel pipe is prone to corrosion, meaning that it is very easy to be attacked by corrosion. or chemical attack. But we are saying this cannot be applied to stainless, because stainless is something which is very protected, and the word itself stainless, meaning that it doesn't have that stain. Okay, doesn't comply to the stain. And when look at also galvanized, the galvanized material is also steel, but it's treated by applied with what we call um, zinc, and it is not like the way we paint the pipe, but it's actually treated in a different manner. This galvanized, or the material, is being dipped in the zinc material, which is on the high temperature of heat. And the reason why it is being galvanized is to avoid corrosion, to reduce that risk of corrosion and rust. Hence, this material can only be used to supply water and the other material that cannot affect the pipe material. So, how can you describe or maybe identify the galvanized? The galvanized looks like a silver material, but with a coating which is called a galvanized. And sometimes we find that the same galvanized material can be corroded if the application of zinc was not up to the standard. So when you see the galvanized pipe started showing the brown color, that is the indication that the application of zinc was not applied to the standard. This is the reason why it is important to choose a right material, and also you know the type of water you want to supply, because it may be used for a month and you find that the material, the pipe, start now corroding and also start leaking, which will bring also problems or maybe diseases to the people in the community. The diameter of the galvanized steel pipe actually start from 15 millimeter or 13 millimeter, which is half inch, and the application, we are saying they are used in water supply, heating, and sewage. We can only use a sewage GI pipe when the material or maybe the pipe is above 110, even in 110 millimeter or maybe 60 millimeter going up. Then you can use this material as a sewer pipe. Then how do you connect? Steel pipes and stainless steel pipes can be welded, also threaded, flanged, and pressed fittings. Now let me talk about welding. When we talk about welding, this is a permanent joint that should be used either by using arc welding or gas welding. Okay, so these two methods can be used to join the pipe. On this one, there's no need of a fitting, let me say an elbow, a T, or maybe other method. No, we just use welding, arc welding. Actually, arc welding is an electrical method that we normally use by using a welding machine, a welding rod, and other applications. So you need to have that permanent. Now, there's need of professionalism, okay, or skill to weld the pipe that will be used in water supply. Because if there's no proper skill, you may find that the pipe will be leaking, and that will be another cost. Threaded, I think this one is common, because we use threading machines to thread or to cut, so that you can use other fittings like T's, which should be also threaded. Remember, some fittings are threaded internally, which is female, and some threads is actually threaded, some materials are threaded externally, which is male. So if you see a fitting have with the threads inside, which it means that fitting is a female fitting. If you see a fitting is threaded outside, it means that fitting is a male fitting. Okay, I know you understand what it means, male and female. So there are two things that will merge the two together and they remain permanent or maybe remain one. So when I talk about the flange, The flange, I think you are following. Please just keep on following the notes there. When you look at the flange, it is a bolt and nut. Okay, we use bolt and nut. And remember, the two pieces of pipes which will be joined supposed to have flanges. I think I'll show you the flanges in future, where you need to use, you get the part to your left or maybe to the right, then you put them together with the bolts and nuts. And remember, on between of the two flanges are supposed to have a gasket that will avoid leakages, unnecessary leakages. And when you look at the maintenance purpose, the flange is easy to do the maintenance, or maybe want to to disassemble the material. I mean the system. You can use the flange because you're just using bolts and nut and spanners. I come to a press fitting. A press fitting, there's a fitting, I mean the machine that should be used to press, to compress so that it becomes permanent as well. And it actually creates rings. Okay, it actually creates like something, a ring, whereby a pipe cannot even come out. However, welding galvanized steel pipe can destroy the anti-corrosion layer. When we say anti-corrosion layer, I'm talking about zinc. You remember I said the GI pipe should be coated with zinc. Now, when you are welding this galvanized steel pipe, remember that zinc act like a paint. So the moment you hit the material, the paint start now coming out, which is now creating the space to allow the application, I mean to allow the corrosion to start now developing on that layer. So that is one of the disadvantages of using welding a galvanized steel pipe. Terms of operation. Now we are looking at the lifespan. When you look at the galvanized steel pipe, or maybe steel pipe, steel pipe can work to from 30 to 40 years old. Okay, and stainless steel up to 100 years old, and galvanized steel up to 50 years. So you can see which one is less years. So the steel pipe. Why steel pipe? Because this material doesn't have that protection, proper protection. Therefore, it is very, very important. Sometimes engineers have to, before you even use the steel pipe, first try to test the nature of the soil, the nature of the water, and also some areas, because some areas is acidic and some areas there too much calcium. Therefore, the materials can be distorted or maybe destroyed by that chemicals which will be found in the soil. That's the reason why the lifespan for this material steel pipe is 30 to 40 years old. And look at stainless. Stainless is 100 years, meaning that this is the best material that should be used. Although stainless steel pipe is expensive, meaning that the material is durable, is cost, is actually beautiful, and is highly protected. It cannot corrode. It is smooth. So these are some of the advantages of the stainless steel. Now when look at galvanized, this is the second one now. Galvanized is normally used in our domestic plumbing works and also in industrial works. You can see 50 years. But let me tell you one thing. Currently, the material which is being produced or made manufactured in the industry of plumbing industry, especially in some countries like our country Zambia, you may find that you receive any galvanized steel pipe which is not even tested, approved by the authority, which is maybe Zambia Bureau of Standard. Okay, so you may find that even Zema, so you find that the material can be called galvanized, but when it is buried in the ground, the soil which is acidic, the soil which is full of acids, or maybe full of calcium, you find that the pipe start pitting. If I say pitting, I'm talking about dots, and also create some holes that will cause a very serious damage and wastage of water. And you know, water is life and water is money. So professionals need also to look at these materials. Now let me talk about the second material, which is cast iron. Cast iron, cast iron is a material. When you look at this material, it looks like black in color, sometimes heavy, and is brittle. When I say brittle, it's sometimes very easy to break, and the cast iron cannot be. This time is very expensive to find it. Sometimes in some countries we can't. They don't use cast iron because of cost. Okay, where do you use? So we are going to look at the same application. These pipes are corrosion resistant. Why corrosion resistant? Mean that it cannot corrode because it is coated with that material black in color, which is a paint. But that paint is normally different to other paints. So we are saying highly durable, resistant to temperature extremes, and also thermal expansion. Due to the peculiarity of the cast iron alloy, they are performed only with thick walls and a rough surface. Cast iron is heavy. So these are these are some of the description of the cast iron material. So the cast iron is heavy. The cast iron is highly durable. The cast iron is resistant to temperature extremely. It cannot get hot. Sometimes it can be just normal. It cannot expand. Okay, cast iron is the best material. Cast iron is heavy. So what are the application? The application we are saying in water supply, heat and sewage. For small diameters, yes, it can be used for water supply and also in main diameters. But how are we going to connect? I think we'll talk about methods. Coupling. Coupling is a joint that is actually used to immerse the materials together. The piece and the another piece immerse together, then you couple them. When you couple them, I think the coupling is supposed to have rubbers to avoid leakages, unnecessary leakages. Okay, sometimes we say with the help of gasket, yes, with the help of gasket, which is already mentioned. So it is very important to use this cast iron. When joining the cast iron, sometimes very easy because sometimes you may use socket and a puller. Okay, a puller is a tool that can be used to pull and push this pipe together. Okay, so the cast iron can come with two parts. The other end is called a hub. The other end can be called a spigot. So let me show you the hub. When I say the hub, I'm talking about uh, this part. This part is the hub. Okay, so the hub of this pipe is like a socket where the spigot will be installed or will be fixed. This is the hub. Okay, so when I talk about the spigot, it's like I'm talking about the male part. Okay, I'm talking about the male part of this material. So this is a male part of the material. You can see it's totally different to the hub. Okay, totally different to the hub. This one can be inserted in the in the in the hub. Okay, can be inserted in the hub. So this is the male, the hub is the female. So this is the spigot. Okay, we call it spigot. Spigot. Okay, I think you have seen. Okay, let's move forward because I'm running out of power, and it's important that you are following. If you are following on YouTube, you can like it and subscribe so that you learn more. Right, connection method, I think I've talked about it. Lifespan, hey, we found that lifespan for this cast iron is like is equal to the stainless steel pipe which we talked about. Okay, it's equal to stainless pipe. Okay, okay, sorry for that. It is equal to stainless pipe 100 years. Now we come to copper. Before we go to copper, I think I may talk about how to cut the cast iron. Cast iron cannot be cut by using axle, but we use a chain spanner which I mean a chain cutter, which is a special cutter. Okay, by measuring it, you use a wraparound that should be wrapped and marked. Then you use that a pipe cutter. It's a special pipe cutter that can be used to cut that. You can see the beautiful material, which is a copper pipe. Copper is a material that was discovered some times back. In fact, in other language, they call it cupro. Cupro. So to those who have been to school, I think we have seen on your periodic table there is cupro, which is copper. Cu, which is copper. And look at lead. I think I talked about lead, which is also PB, which is plumb. So same applies to this. Last time I said if you are using lead pipe and the lead pipe dissolved in that water, the water will be turned into plum solvent, which is poisonous, which can cause diseases like cancer diseases, stomach diseases, abdominal diseases, brain problems, and so on and so forth. So that's the bad part of a lead material. So when you look at the copper pipe, it's a beautiful one, and copper pipe is one of the substances that should be used, that should be found in our body. So copper pipe is a durable material. Copper pipe can last longer. Copper pipe can withstand high pressure and are considered in everything, meaning that it's durable with high temperature, high thermal conductivity, and it can be used in hot water supply system. In a room can be replaced and entire heating radiators. To some buildings where you need radiators, no need of air cons, we can use the copper, because copper also come in different sizes. Some of these copper pipes are soft, some of these copper pipes are hard, which means there are so many methods of bending, so many methods of cutting, so many methods of joining. When laying copper pipes outdoors, thermal insulators is needed. So you need to insulate. To insulate is to cover, to wrap the pipe. Why wrapping the pipe? To avoid such acids. It doesn't mean that acid can damage copper, but copper it has got itself a protection, which is patina. So you see, patina is a product that can be produced to copper material, which looks like a green color, which actually protected. But if it persists, it means that if continued, you may find that copper to also start losing that durability. Okay, there are two types of copper pipes. Very good. Annealed. This gives the pipe additional plasticity and the ease of installation, but at the same time, their strength is lost. You know, it's a soft material because you can bend it. When you say annealing, it means that it's very easy to bend, and it is in the plasticity state, the ability of material to be formed, or maybe to look like a plastic, or maybe to turn like a plastic but soft, but cannot be damaged. But we are saying to bend pipes, you should use a pipe bender, and that bends the pipes without any kinkings. If I say kinking, I'm talking about wrinkles. When the wrinkle formed, it can even create a damage and a leakage. So as you can see in the picture, we have seen this gentleman is using the pipe bender, the copper pipe bender. So the copper pipe bender is a power that can be used to bend a copper pipe. Okay, if it's not bended accordingly, you may find it can kink. So we have methods of bending of this copper pipe. Copper pipe can be bended. Maybe use a bending machine, a spring bender, maybe external and internal bender. You can use sand loaded. You can use compressor. Okay, hydraulic bending machines. So those methods can be used when bending these types of copper pipes. Okay, let's move forward. As you can see here, they are just using copper, bending. Okay, and here you have seen they are using sockets, compressions. Okay, So this type of joint is a compression. This type of joint is a compression. So as you can see, it's compressed. All the fittings are compressed. Okay, all the fittings are compressed, and you can see they are also hooked to the wall that is holding the pipe holder. So it is important as a plumber to understand methods of joining the copper pipe. Thank you very much. Okay, number two, unfired pipes are more robust but not bent. Okay, so we are saying this unfired, this is bending, then fired, this is unfired, we have bending, we have compressed one, then we have also soldering. You can solder the pipe, the copper pipe application. The copper pipe can be used in water supply system, heating system, for concreting into the floor, and also for laying inside walls. So any method that you can use. Okay, the pipe can be used in water supply for heating system, and also can be concreted. When we say concreted, it means that it can be buried in the concrete and also laid inside the wall. So if you want, you can pass your copper pipe in the wall. Okay, in roofing, for if there is a need of heating system. Okay, connection method. I think I talked about high temperature brazing using silver bronze solder, threaded connection, flange connections, connection using press fittings. So all these methods can be used. When I say silver bronze, this is hard solder. So you can solder using gas, threaded for those male adapter, female adapter. Then when we talk about the other pipe which is thick, it can be also threaded. Talk about maybe a flange for those large diameter pipes. Okay. Well, the lifespan for copper is 80 to 100 years. I don't think this material can compete to other one. Yes, it can work like cast iron, can work like stainless material. 100 years, even more than 100 years. Okay, I think the last part, I'm going to talk about non-metallic pipes. Non-metallic pipes. So, if you have a question, you can ask the question. You can just type uh, on fora and maybe comment. Then it means that you'll be able to understand. If you have a question, you can ask the question. So we shall continue talking about non-metallic pipes. Remember, copper pipe need to be insulated, or maybe I can say all these pipes that we have talked about need to be insulated. It is important that you insulate the materials to avoid, um, you know, maybe corrosion and other things that can cause the material to be damaged, and also to be not to work accordingly. Some materials like copper pipe is very beautiful material, and look at cast iron, look at galvanized steel pipe. These pipes are very beautiful. Stainless pipe, these pipes are very beautiful. So sometimes it's not you know sometimes you can choose to say, okay, I cannot conceal the pipe better, the pipe remain in that manner. So we shall continue. In the next episode, we shall look at non-metallic pipes. When I say non-metallic pipes, I'm talking about various types of material which is not in metal form, material which is not in metal form. Okay, so the first we'll talk about polybutylen pipes. Okay, PB, PBE pipe. So PBE pipe, I think I talked about it. So please follow me, and also you can comment on that one. So for today, we call it a night, and please enjoy the learning. Thank you very much. I am your coach, Moses Chongo, as usual. So those who are following me, you can like it, and if you want to enroll in this training, you can still enroll in this training for more studies. Thank you very much.